What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. So right now I'm about to get into this song called Maine by Deliric Silent Strike featuring M. So let's get to it.
Bă, noroiul din oameni, mâzga din noi tot. Softuri cu baguri, carcase de robot când desferi schimbare. Caut update-ul, să poată să separe și friga și hate-ul. Și parte din problemă nu eu numai breaz. Care-ți cu degetul, bas pe obraz. Rămâi jos când cazi, scuze te scalzi. Nu lăsa pe mâine ce poți face azi. Viața are haz, nu fac vreun naz. La fiecare zi e un alt macaz. Și alegerile noastre mă țin treaz. De-aia ziua de mâine nu-mi dă răgaz. De unde am plecat și unde am ajuns. N-am reușit să găsesc răspunsul.
So the first part, it kind of seems like he's talking about people failing to take accountability for their actions. You know, he said, you're always pointing a finger, you're never wrong. Pretty much. Looks like that she's being corrupted.
Ai construit pereți în jurul tău. De la mers subit pe la primul pas pe lună. Am făcut pași încet, am rămas în urmă. Am făcut pași rapid, ne-am rupt de turmă. Și pași înapoi, ce speranța ne curmă. Că facem pași mari pentru omenire. Dar pași prea mici pentru omenie. Progresul arată bine pus pe hârtie. Când măsori realizări din tehnologie. Comunic cu oameni oriunde pe glob. Dar nu mă salut cu vecinii de bloc. Am noroc, dar nu zbor deloc. S-atâtea orgolii să mă țină pe loc. De unde am plecat și unde am ajuns. N-am reușit să găsesc răspunsul. Cât am strâns, nu mi-e de ajuns. Scopul nostru încă mi-e ascuns. Glin și spun povești ca un tablou. Șoptesc că poate mâine e mai rău.
This is a very interesting narration. It looked like a lot of things that we assume to be one thing in this video is basically showing that it's entirely something else. I've noticed a lot of modding of images that we know, like the Mona Lisa they showed in here. They showed a portrait of probably some famous Englishman. They, instead of the person being there, it's a picture of a pig over the person's face. So it seems like the song is trying to communicate a different perspective on things. But once I read the lyrics, I'll probably have a better understanding. I've seen this before with the spiders. These are supposed to be like the telephone wires, but instead of that, it's like the spider's webs. I've actually seen something like this in real life where the whole area was just a giant thing of spiders and webs all around. And then this right here is supposed to be like a cleaver, but as an old woman hunched holding it, kind of like a witch in a sense. Să înțelegem viața, rescris genom. Dar n-am reușit să înțelegem omul. De-aia printre toate, prin societate, prin armate deprimate, maimuța de ieri. Azi un câine în jungla de fier să bate pe pâine când bate monedă. Chiar pe monedă ne facem rachetă, vrem altă planetă. Că am dat copaci verzi pe blocuri gri și cerul albastru pe mașini roșii. Și am furat stelele pentru copii de prin orașe și suburbii. De unde am plecat și unde am ajuns. So right here, he's talking about all the changes that humans have made, you know. Whether the changes have been to the betterment of people, it's changed things as a whole, sometimes for the worse. He said, we make money just for more money. We make rockets to go to other planets when we haven't even
been able to properly take care of and protect the planet that we're on already.
N-am reușit să găsesc răspunsul, cât am strâns, nu mi-e de ajuns, scopul nostru încă mi-e ascuns.
Our goal is still hidden. Yeah, the meaning of life. That's something everyone asks themselves. What is the meaning of life?
Ai construit pereți în jurul tău. Ogliși spun povești ca un tablou. Șoptesc că poate mâine e mai rău. Ai construit pereți în jurul tău.
A mushroom sprouting up. So let's see here. It says, I see the mud in people, the mud in us all. Bug, software, robot cases. I sing about change. I look for the update. So basically he sings about wanting things to be better, but he's yet to see things become better. To be able to separate my fear and hate and part of the problem, no. And one more throat that you point with your finger, you hit him on the cheek. Do you stay down when you fall? Are you sorry? Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And that's true. If you're in a position to do whatever it is you're trying to do and you put it off, there's a good chance that you won't be able to do it later on. Life is funny, I don't make a fuss, but every day is a different turn, and our choices keep me awake. That's why tomorrow doesn't give me respite. Where I left from and where I ended up, I didn't succeed to find an answer. No matter how much I've gathered, it is not enough for us. Our goal is still hidden from me. So basically, this is the premise of, regardless of how much you accumulate, you're always going to want more. Mirrors that tell stories like a painting, I whisper that maybe tomorrow is worse. You build walls around you. Mirrors that tell stories like a painting, I whisper that tomorrow is worse. You build walls around you. Those walls is basically defensive mechanisms to protect people from being hurt. I think that's what they're alluding to right here. From bipedal walking to the first step of the month, we took slow steps, we stayed behind, we took quick steps. We broke away from the flock, and steps back what hope ends us. That we take big steps for humanity, but steps too small for humanity. So basically right here he's talking about we take big steps in certain aspects of life, but in the ones that really count, the steps is small in terms of human relations, you know, pitting people against each other due to where they grew up, the color of their skin, or this belief or that belief. I think that's what they're alluding to right here. He says the progress looks good put on paper when you measure achievements in technology, communicate with people anywhere in the world, but I greet neighbors block, I'm lucky wings, not fly at all. So much pride to keep me on the spot. He's saying that all the progress we made looks good when in terms of scientific or technological aspect, but in terms of, you know, achievements with humans, in terms of, you know, our relations with one another and whatnot, there's still work to be done in that area. Where did I go and where did I end up? I couldn't find an answer. No matter how much I gathered, I didn't have enough. Our goal is still hidden from me. Our goal of what it is to live is still hidden. And it's assumed that once you die, you realize what life was about. That's the assumed idea. To understand life, we rewrote the genome. He's talking about the DNA. But we fail to understand man, that among all through society, he is full of armies of depressed primates. Yesterday's monkey, today is a dog. In the iron jungle, he fights on bread. When we hit the coin right on the coin, we make a rocket, we want another planet. I gave the green trees on gray blocks and the blue sky on red cars. And I stole the children's stars from through the cities and suburbs. I think right here he's talking about the different technological things that we've done. When he says he stole the children's stars, and in reference to the sky, a lot of what we see in the sky aren't actually stars, it's satellites. The sky isn't so much blue anymore, it's smoggy due to pollution. We make a rocket, we want another planet. We make a rocket to leave the planet we're on, but the planet we're on hasn't been properly maintained as it should have been. Where we left and where I ended. So yeah, it basically just repeats the last part of that verse, but and so the song translates to tomorrow. Overall, it's pretty interesting, an introspective record. Yep, it makes you think. I communicate with people anywhere in the world, but I don't greet my block neighbors. Yeah, that is true. I think a lot of people don't really know the people that live amongst them. Well, it didn't used to be like that. I remember where I used to live when I was younger. I knew everybody that lived on the street. I knew if you didn't live there and if you did live there. But you know, nowadays people are more to themselves, so that's the reason why it's like that now. Overall, this is pretty interesting. It is a record that makes you think, contemplate things. But that's going to pretty much do it for my reaction. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Before you go, be sure to drop a like and a comment below. And until the next one, peace.
Papi.